The closest yet the country came to overhauling its constitutional order was in the 2005 referendum. Despite the general concurrence between the then banana and orange camps that the draft constitution was largely good, it was defeated on the basis that 20% was deemed contentious.
We therefore accept that the majority of the people of Kenya have rejected the proposed new constitution.
Walkover was 80%, but I always used to say it is the 20% that mattered.
This disoriented the quest for a new constitution as the country relapsed to the current constitution, whose inadequacies were brought to the fore in the aftermath of the disputed 2007 general election. Kenya witnessed its worst moment in history with widespread violence in the country, leading to intervention from the international community led by the African Panel of Eminent Persons. Negotiations mediated by the eminent personalities helped achieve a consensus that led to the signing of the National Accord. In order to achieve lasting peace and prosperity, the Accord under Agenda 4 required a new constitution for Kenya to be enacted. Under the Accord, it was stipulated that 1. Consultations with stakeholders in the constitution-making process begins. 2. Parliament enacts a constitutional review statute, including a timetable. 3. Parliament enacts a referendum law. 4. A draft constitution is prepared in a consultative process with expert assistance. 5. Parliament approves the draft, and finally, the draft is enacted through a referendum. Parliament enacted the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Act 2008 and the Constitution of Kenya Review Act 2008 to serve as the legal framework for achieving a new constitution. The Review Act required 7 new presidential appointees, referred to as the Committee of Experts, to finalize its work within 12 months. True to the guidance provided for under Agenda 4, the Committee of Experts were able to harmonize the 3 previous drafts, that is the Gai, Bomas and Wako drafts, and launching the harmonized draft.
We made available all our records to the Committee of Experts, and they were required by the law to study those documents that we had produced.
The launch, which was attended by Prime Minister Raila Odinga and Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, set in motion the 30 days allocated to the public to scrutinize the draft and forward proposals or amendments to their respective members of parliament, after which a revised draft was to be presented to the Parliamentary Committee on January 8, 2010. The Parliamentary Select Committee went for an 11-day retreat in Naivasha, in which they revised the draft.
A number of these issues we were the only ones who probably could handle because they were of a very intimately political nature.
And returned the draft to the Committee of Experts, who published a proposed constitution on the 23rd of February 2010 that was presented to Parliament for final amendments. After the PSC handed over the revised draft to the Committee of Experts, a retreat for members of Parliament at the Kenya Institute of Administration in Kabete was held to build consensus on the draft constitution.
It will largely benefit the process if honorable members operate above board and desist from sideshows and negative politicking that can deny the process.
Let us debate and debate heatedly. Let us even disagree, for to disagree we must.
We keep in mind that this process is bigger than us. It is for the nation.
But it got off on a turbulent note when ODM made fresh demands on devolution, representation and sharing of national resources.
In the Constitution, there are certain, what we might call, irreducible minimum.
The things that people are beginning to produce are only sideshows and wanting probably the process of destroying this the process of constitution making.
The party leadership held a press conference on the sidelines of the retreat to make its intentions known. The retreat ended and members of Parliament went back to Parliament for debate after failing to incorporate over 150 amendments to the proposed constitution, and Parliament unanimously approved the proposed constitution on the 1st of April 2010.
Will as many as are of this opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
The proposed constitution was presented to the Attorney General of Kenya on 7 April 2010 and officially published on May 6, 2010. In tomorrow's episode, we focus on the hurdles the proposed law has faced in the run-up to the August 4th referendum. Glena Nyamwaya reporting for the Road to the Constitution.